Ruth Kadiri called out her colleagues for doing some things in the industry that is not really making sense. One thing about Ruth Kadiri, she is never going to sugarcoat her words. She's just going to call you out straight without hiding anything, just the way she feel about it. Ruth Kadiri made this statement in a pause, and people have been calling names, have been mentioning people's name, mentioning producers' name, and everything that has to do with that. Hi, Paddies. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping. Please do well to click subscribe button to belong to this amazing family for everything that has to do with Nollywood. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. We all know Ruth Kadiri is one of the big producers when it comes to the business of YouTube. She has become one of the highest movie producers in the country at the moment. She has raised stars, a lot of stars like Chidi, Angel, and lots more of them that are actually still doing so well in the industry. So with that being said, she has a lot of experience to be able to know the business that is going on in the Nollywood industry, to be able to know people that are actually doing it right and people that are not doing it right, to still tell you how the business of YouTube movie works. So with that experience, there is no doubt for you to know that Ruth Kadiri is one of the stars that will tell you that everything that is going on in the Nollywood industry. And there is one thing with a big producer: she doesn't sugarcoat her words. She's going to speak her mind and tell you the way it is. If it is your name, she will mention it. She will indirectly tell you first. If you want to drag with her, she will mention your name without hiding anything from her mouth. So Ruth Kadiri made this post calling out her fellow actors and producers about some of the things they do on YouTube, especially right now that YouTube is on fire when it comes to being movie producers. She spoke to them about the pressure that they are getting on the internet, and she spoke to actors what they need to do at the moment that will make them not to have too much pressure. Because when she made that statement, a lot of people started calling some producers' name in the industry. She said, "Dear Nollywood actors, take the pressure off your shoulder. Any producer who requires 1 million views from you in one day has failed. A good production requires more than your face. 1 million views is not a standard of success, no failure. So much you all don't know about YouTube. Don't let their ignorance rob all you of your joy." She repeats, she said, "Dear Nollywood actors, take the pressure off your shoulder. Any producer who requires 1 million views from you in a day has failed. A good production requires more than your face. 1 million views is not a standard of success, no failure. So much you all don't know about YouTube. Don't let their ignorance rob you of your joy." Ruth Kadiri, being one of the biggest producers, has always created a niche for herself, especially on YouTube right now. So she knows a lot of business when it comes to YouTube and when it comes to movie production, because she has a lot of hundreds of movies being produced on YouTube and over African magic. So for her to come out and call out fellow actors and producers, definitely she knows what she's doing and she knows what she's talking about. So a lot of subscribers actually took to the comment section to actually show and call out some producers' name which they are actually pleased when it comes to their production, and call out some producers' name that they are not happy with their production. They call a lot of names, and there has been a lot of call outs right now as we are speaking, because the internet went wild. Immediately she make that post. You know one thing with Ruth Kadiri, she will call your name. She will call your name. She know they fear your face. She know they fear your face. She has this kind of gallant attitude that she's not scared of you, right? So she actually know the pressure that is going on when it comes to actors and producers in the industry right now, especially right now that people make 1 million views in 24 hours to be the standard of success of a movie. So some commenters actually comment, she said, "That is why we have a lot of 2 hours film we can watch on that 30 minutes. So you guys do that you see a 2 hours movie, you decided to watch it for 30 minutes. Another commenter say, "We practically lose the true essence of most production right now because of that. So we practically just watch some movies for 30 minutes instead of the full 1 hour 50 minutes or 2 hours." Then another person says, "Someone finally said said it. Thank you, Mama. I watch Mama Udwak Usong and Auntie Omoni movies a lot, and I'm like, this movie deserve to be in 5 million movies, but guess what? They will have just 400,000 and something to view, sometimes 600k. Then I realized that more times good movies don't get the credit they deserve. Then another person say, you see at Bolaji, you see at Sonia Uche, you see some of those production. I actually love to see their movies. Some people say most of these movies have no connection to no realistic story, and they just make production without holding back anything just for the number of views that they are going to get. So that is one of the reasons why some of us hardly watch movies complete. We just watch like 30-minute movie out of 2 hours that is being produced. So people just started calling out this thing. This person say, you see Sonia Uche, you see Bimbo Ademoye, you see Ruth Kadiri, with them for life. Then one person said, I'm telling you guys, for people to be relating to this post, that means they have actually have it in mind. They wanted to speak about it for a very long time, but just decided to keep quiet, waiting for a big producer like Ruth Karidi to actually come out and say it just the way it is. Then they can easily pour out their mind, and when it comes to that, they will speak without holding back anything. So this is the kind of pressure some producers put in the body of actors. So after being producing a movie, the next thing they will do, they will start putting pressure on the actors, telling them that this movie need to have 1 million views in 24 hours. We actually have some good producers, like somebody like Maurice Sam. Most of his production usually have 1 million views in 24 hours. Most of his production usually have 1 million views in 24 hours. Even the Ruth Kadiri herself, most of her production usually have that 1 million views within 24 hours. Where people like Mama Oche Nancy, some of her production or some of her movies also used to hit 1 million views in 24 hours. A lot of them like that their movies definitely usually hit 1 million views within the space of 24 hours. So some new producers that just started producing don't really understand the kind of hard work that most of this legend that has been producing for the past 3-4 years ago put in for them to be having that number of views within 24 hours. So they come with so much pressure to some of the actors, especially some of these actors that just started acting newly, and make them, to not be happy when it comes to producing movies, or when it comes to being acting in a movie, especially if that movie doesn't have 1 million views within 24 hours. This YouTube, too much pressure. Enough pressure, too much pressure. And it seems Ruth Kadiri knows almost everybody in this industry. She understands the pressure that comes in being a producer and an actor in the Nollywood industry. But there is something that actually caught our attention with people that views movies these days. So some people will just go and view movie of 2 hours in 30 minutes. What does that mean? Does that mean that good movies usually have that long views, or any movie that is not really good, maybe people just watch it because of the actor that are being featured in it, they will just watch it for like 30 minutes and move on to the next one? So this Nollywood, too much pressure. Which kind of pressure is this? Why will you produce a movie and start putting the pressure of the views on the body of the actor? In fact, some producers these days, they will even tell the actors that you have to promise me that I'm going to have at least 1 million views within the space of 24 hours. Too much pressure, guys. That is why Destiny Etiko last time she spoke about it. Because when she started producing movies, there are some people that will just go and carry the title of her movie or her thumbnail and put it. That will be distracting some viewers from viewing her movies at times. She come out and call them out. Guys, no be small pressure right now. No be small pressure. Do you also have the experience when it comes to the YouTube movies? Because some people are complaining that some YouTube movies these days doesn't even have good storyline, it doesn't have good content, it doesn't have all those things that will make a good movie, because all what they care about is just 1 million views within the space of 24 hours. What do you think about what Ruth Kadiri said? Do you think that what she said really makes sense? Because for her to come out and say this thing, that is because she definitely know it's happening, because she's also a producer herself and she has been an OG in the Nollywood industry. right? You see some people call him good movie producers. They say that Sonia Uche produced one of the good movies. That's why they actually stick to her channel for a long time. You know, when she produces a movie, they know that it's going to be a good movie. Some people even mention her herself, that is Ruth Kadiri, and say that her movies are good. Some people mention Bimbo Ademoye and say that her movies are good. Some people mention Destiny Tiko, saying her movies are good. Even Maurice even Bolaji. Some people mention Bolaji because me myself I'm actually a big fan of Bolaji movies and Ruth Kadiri herself movies. Some people mention Uche Nancy, that is a production that used to make them to watch YouTube movies. So what are those producers movies that you will not skip? Anytime you see them produce a movie, anytime you see them drop a movie, you stick to their channel and watch it from the beginning to the end. Some people mention even Nso Udwak. You know, they say that her movies are actually one of the best movies they used to see when it comes to YouTube movies. So do you think that Ruth Kadiri said did just the way it is? Because you know Ruth Kadiri, she did to to sugarcoat her words. She just say it just the way it is. The pressure is just too much on YouTube when it comes to Nollywood right now. Pressure, too much pressure here and there, pressure, guys. So which of those producers that you enjoy their movie, or which of those actors that anytime you see their movie on YouTube you just rush and you don't skip their movies, you make sure that you watch their movie from the beginning to the end? Because Ruth Kadiri, for her to come out to say things like that, she knows she's an OG and she's a good producer herself, and she knows the business of YouTube. She has been in the YouTube business for years. In fact, it was because of her that most producers' eyes have opened. You know, some of them started finding their niche on YouTube just like her. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think about what she said, and which of those producers' movies that you watch from the beginning to the end without skipping? Me, I have a lot of them. That if I see their movie I don't skip. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about what Ruth Kadiri said. Which of those producers you don't